warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NABILA RAMADHANI from Group 1. My teammates and I will explain the interesting point and further research based on the 3 articles we've previously read. And I will explain about general comparison of the 3 articles and main themes. So the interesting point from 3 articles is all 3 articles show that language cannot be separated from its social context. And the second, each article explores a different aspect, modern SLA, code switching and language technology, and language variation on social media. And the 3 is a strong common thread, identify, interaction, and social context shape language choice. And for the further research, the first one is a comparative study on how social factors influence language variation across 3 domains: language learning, AI, and social media. And the last, an analysis of how digital identify influence the development of sociolinguistic competence. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. With SATRIO here speaking. So today we'll be discuss about the topic of social in second language acquisition or SLA. So there's an article that introduced the concept of T-wave of sociolinguistics and highlight that SLA research has been to focus on grammar, also identity, gender, stylistic, and ideology significantly influence the L2 language ability. SLA research should view language as a social practice, not just a structure. So in the future research, study show that L2 learner use language variation to express identity in real life or on social media. Use ethnographic methods to see how social interaction affects L2 developments. So that's all. Thank you very much all.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, my name is HIKMATUL Jannah. I'm from the group 1. So here I will talk about interesting points and opportunities for further research based on the second article we read, titled A Survey of Code Switching Linguistic and Social Perspective for Language Technologies. The interesting point is that this article points out about big problem. Modern language technology doesn't understand code switching. Second is a natural language processing is heavily biased towards the dominant language like English. The next interesting point is a combined linguistic and article intelligence that 2 files are rarely combined. Next, the opportunities for further research that can be done are development of social-aware language models and creation of an algorithm that can identify the social function of code switching. So that's all I can say, guys. I will give to the next speaker a chance to speak.
My name is LINGUISTICS and I will now present the interesting point identified in Article 3, which discusses language variation on social media. So the first interesting point is social media has become a new space to observe language variation, such as code mixing, interference, and integration. The second one is users choose certain language style to show identity, closeness, or specific communication preferences. The third one is netizen comments serve as real sociolinguistic data that is highly dynamic. And for the further research, studying language variation within specific communities such as K-pop fans, gamers, influencers, and activists. Also, comparative analysis of language variation across different platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
Code switching as a social phenomenon. Interesting point. First, code switching turned out to be not just about mixing language, but also a social strategy. Second, people switch language to appear modern and just to try conversation partner, so social group identity, or emphasize meaning. Third, social media strategies and amplifies this phenomenon. Future research. First, a student on why young Indonesian increasingly ask code switching. Second, reset to the social function of code switching in Instagram comment versus face-to-face conversation.
The interesting thing about these articles is that all three show how language choice is closely connected to identity, like gender, culture, status, and community. Moreover, on social media, language style can become a symbol of certain ideologies, such as activism, feminism, humor, or sarcasm. In other words, language becomes a way to show who you are. Further research that can be conducted includes studying how identity like gender, online communities, and subcultures influences variations in digital language. Another possible direction is investigating the relationship between language choice and social ideologies. Thank you.
Alright, today I'll present a summary of two discussion seasons, namely discussion 7 and 8. Both complement each other and to point to a new direction in a language research for digital age. First one is discussion 7 focus on criticism of previous research and the need for new methods. The two articles discussed about both show that older research has limitation. The SLA approach is considered to focus on linguistics, while NLP is too technical and pays little attention to social aspects. Therefore, current research must be more interdisciplinary, combining linguistics, technology, and sociology. To support this, new research methods are needed, such as digital ethnography, big data analysis, and multimodal analysis. Some ideas for further research that emerge include the development of digital ethnography methods to study online language variation, as well as the construction of a large corpus of Indonesian language comments containing code mixing as research material for linguistics and AI. Next one is from the 8 discussions, several major points emerge. The 3 articles discussed emphasize that language cannot be separated from social, technological, and identity aspect. Language also evolves very quickly, especially due to the use of digital media. Therefore, current language research can no longer stand alone. The approach must be interdisciplinary as well. From this synthesis, there are 5 significant ideas for further research. First, the development of an AI model capable of understanding variation in Indonesians, including code mixings. 2. Research on second language acquisitions based on social media to see how L2 learns speak online. 3. The development of a database of Indonesian language variations from platforms such as Instagram and TikTok. 4. Research on the relationship between a person's digital identity and language choice in the context of L2. And 5. Analysis of the social media functions of code mixing in digital communities in Indonesia. These 2 discussions conclude with one major conclusion. Language research in the digital age requires a broader more flexible approach that is more integrated with technological developments and social dynamics. Thank you. That's all for all of us. Thanks for your attention and cooperation.